This is the one, not the two. Just kidding, I don't know. Skin is skinning though. The skin is skinning. Kinda, I'm just gonna push my eyebrows up. I don't really know what to talk about, but I kind of just want to do a sit down video instead of what I've been pushing out lately, which has been the Dear God series, which I absolutely love doing, guys. I just find a lot of fulfillment out of doing it. It's been nurturing to my soul to do it. Because I think, actually, I guess I can kind of segue into this. As a 24-year-old, honestly, as a 20-something person in general, it's easy to feel like you're behind and you're not doing something right. And it's easy to get lost in being goal-oriented. Yup, this is a bit tan for me. This is giving maybe summer me, but beautiful application. Boy, oh boy. My camera died. That sucks because I was really getting juicy. We put powder on our face. What was I talking about? Okay, quickly, what I was talking about was you have the part of you that doesn't want to become obsessive about goals, but you also want to be intentional. How are you intentional without being extremely goal-oriented to a point where you are obsessing over it and it's taken away from your quality of your present life? Is essentially what I was talking about. Okay, so for me personally, ways that I am intentional without being obsessive is I look at intention as a broader scope of goals. It's not this extremely detailed way of thinking about goals. Sometimes we're way too detail oriented because we feel like that is the way, if you manifest in this way and down to the nitty gritty, you can get the life that you want. And this is very true for a lot of people. Like, I'm not taking away from that at all. But if you're someone who finds themselves getting lost in focusing on those details so heavily, I'm going to tell you that a way to not do that is just to be more broad with the things that you want. So in terms of your life, right? Say you are someone who envisions your future self to be financially stable. Present self needs to start trying to be a bit more conscious about your spending habits. This doesn't mean that you have this meticulous plan as to how you're going to get from A to B. That's to say that you're starting to intentionally develop habits that will carry on into future you. Present you is trying to do what's best for future you, right? Without being obsessive. I know that one day I want to be a homeowner. Okay, so if I want to be a homeowner, then I'm going to be extremely intentional about building my credit score. Not goal-oriented. I'm not going to have in my mind a specific number that I want to get to, that I want to achieve. But I do know that there are specific things that I have to keep in mind that affect my credit scores. There are specific things that I cannot do if I want my credit score to increase. And there's specific things that I know that if I do, my credit score will decrease. So I keep those things in mind. That's important, keeping things in mind so that you can intentionally avoid them or intentionally interact with those said things. I mean, honestly, intention and goal setting is definitely, they go hand in hand. So don't get me wrong. Like, if you can be an intentional goal setter. For me, sometimes when I was so goal oriented, I found my scope being very narrow. I only focused on what was a part of my goal. And by the time the goal was achieved, I didn't even know if I wanted to achieve that goal anymore. Another way of being intentional versus being extremely goal-oriented, a tip that I would give is sit down and do some self-work. Understand what you consider to be your morals. Once you understand yourself, once you truly understand who you are as a person, and you understand what it is you value, listen. Once you start to understand yourself in those type of ways, everything will fall into place. Say your future self, you look at your future self and your future self is someone who just exudes peace. That is the type of person that you want to be as a whole, right? Not the small details, but as a whole, you want to be a person that exudes peace. Then you are going to know that morally, you're someone who may not like to gossip. You're someone who may like the company of those who enjoy activities like spending a lot of time outdoors, or you're just going to be very intentional about the energy and the people that you have around you, because you know that the future you is going to want to align with the same morals that you have, or the morals that you want to have, right? The future you that you see, you may want her to be far different from where you are now. And that's okay. She can be different, but you have to be intentional about making sure you understand the parts of her that are different, the type of energy that you do want her to exude. And if you want her to be someone who's an extreme boss babe, you might want to surround yourself around people who are extremely supportive, or surround yourself around people who are like-minded, who also are business people. Me posting on this channel is me attempting to be intentional, not goal-oriented. I don't have a goal. My intention is to just spread how sweet it is to just have a conversation sometimes. Yeah, that's really what I want to spread. How you can be having the craziest thoughts and the craziest feelings, and just talking to God is a way to kind of get past those feelings without needing to make yourself vulnerable to people who you don't know their intentions, or you may feel like don't understand, or may not understand as well as you need them to. I look powdery. Don't worry about it. We're going to spray. What was I going to say? Oh, yeah. So I'm intentional about this, about the channel, because I really love what I'm creating. So yeah, I'm intentional about when I post, but I'm not goal oriented. I don't have this set number in mind of people who I want to subscribe or reach, but I know that it will reach the right people and it will impact them in the ways that it's intended for them to be impacted. But one part of my life that I'm also being intentional in is my fitness. I was going to make this TikTok that was like, people overcomplicate becoming that girl. Becoming that girl is simply taking care of the things that you have, the things that you are blessed with, your body, your mental health, your family, the nice, beautiful things that you were able to buy with the money that you were blessed with, or the money that you were blessed to be able to work hard for, taking care of things. And I want to start to take care of my body. I want to take care of my body. And so I want to be intentional about that. I don't have a set weight in mind. I don't have a body type in mind. I just know that I want to be better than I was when I started. And that is beautiful, y'all. It is so beautiful to just not have anything in mind. You don't have any expectations. You just want to be better. Highlight. I know the girls don't do highlight anymore, but I bought too much highlight during that highlight phase to say I'm done with highlight. Feel me? Yeah. So thank you guys for joining me on a little chit chat. Hope y'all are having a great day. And I hope this reaches whoever it needs to reach, and it feeds them in the way that they need to be fed. And I hope I don't look too Zoe. She is complete. What do you guys think? I like her. Again, guys, this is Forever Dior, just in case anyone's interested. But yeah.